Hi, Neebs here, and happy 4th of July! We're back with another video talking about sniper optimizations. Now, I know Apex is unplayable at the moment, so I thought I'd hold off on some juicier mechanics until it's up and running again. So, here's some quick tips on how to bring out your sniping potential. In a previous video, I showed you guys how to do a snapshot with snipers. In this clip, if you look closely, my reticle isn't zoomed in on a target, but as I zoom out, the fired bullet somehow hits its designated mark. This runs a little deeper than what the snapshot method I've previously mentioned in the You're Playing Apex Wrong series, though it's pretty simple to do. In the game of Apex, for some reason, when you're descoping with a high-powered zoom weapon, there's a small window of unadulterated absolute accuracy that opens up. As long as you fire your shot within that time frame of descoping, the shot will supersede your zoomed-in scope and instead fire on your hip-fired reticle. This means quickscoping in Apex is more dependent on hipfire center dot than it is with your ADS scope. This applies only to quickscoping, meaning Insta, ADS, and this scope. This is the reason why you missed those quickscope shots, even though your ADS reticle was on target. I've previously explained how this works in another video, but since it pertains to sniping, here it is again. No scope shot mechanics in Apex Legends. All you gotta do is slide, and while you're in mid-air, tap the button that you're going in the direction of, and then hit ADS and shoot at the same time. In this segment, we'll be in third person to show you the difference in ducking animation when you AD strafe. As a sniper, you want quick shots and duck out as quickly as possible. As you can see in this demonstration, if you AD strafe as you would normally, the animation of ducking is very slow. The goal is to slowly show your animation going up in order to line up the shot and quickly duck down. So to do this, strafe, decrouch, and shoot. As soon as you fire, release your movement inputs and you only hit crouch. This in turn will give you that zippy crouch animation that you oh so hate at the close range. Here's what it looks like. When it comes to open field sniping, you want to avoid ADS strafing like this as it's slow and clunky. To boot, you have a mildly annoying ADS sway, so to kill two birds with one stone, try slide ADS sniping. For one, you move faster than ADS strafing. Secondly, you're a smaller target when sliding. And lastly, and the most interesting mechanic, sliding takes out ADS sway. But there's more. Sliding also negates a significant amount of recoil. If you're using an SMG to slide hipfire push at 5 meters, that's completely okay. But if you're using a Havoc or LMG, especially if you're shooting beyond the 8 meter range sliding, this is your go-to maneuver. Of course, your flatline and All-Stars already have a phenomenal hipfire, so experiment with this knowledge as you please. Now, we're going to talk about reload discipline, or what I want to call Greif loading. I had mentioned again in a prior video, but let's get into it a bit more and tie it into why it's important as a sniper. Your main prerogative as a sniper is to deal damage and zone targets, so they are pushable. The best way is to do it fast, so what does that mean? You want to up your DPS. As I mentioned before, reloading an empty mag is significantly slower than reloading a mag that's not empty. Here's proof. Emptying a no mag Volt in 10 seconds yields 3 clips. That's 855 damage. That's 285 damage per clip. In that same time frame, if you're well disciplined and leave one bullet in the mag, it's very possible to do 270 damage over 4 clips in 10 seconds with no mag attachments equipped. That's the power Greif loading has over Legends, and it reduces your damage by at least 23%. That's 255 damage of difference, a full kill. This is a Volt, which already has a low reload time, but note that this is a base weapon. No added bullets, no added shorter reload times. So if your goal is to provide poke damage as fast as possible without losing awareness of your surroundings, I suggest you put this in your method of practice. It will help you in firefights with other weapons as well. Now finally, we're going to be talking about meleeing with sniper rifles, and I'm going to show you how to do it right. Punching with the Sentinel is actually really nice and snappy, as you could see, but other snipers such as the Kraber or Longbow, not so much. But while searching for animations that cancel out, I happened on a new discovery yesterday. I know I said shotgun bolts can determine how fast you can melee, but now I found a loophole around that as well, so you could use it with any gun. If you shoot, swap weapons, and then melee, this sequence actually bypasses the melee animation window for both guns you equip. So your character would melee as if you don't have any weapons equipped. Similarly, if you shoot holster and then melee, this too bypasses those traditional melee times that's associated with each gun. I do prefer the former method though, as if you holster melee, this brings up your fists rather than having your gun out, so you have to press an extra button to equip your weapon 1 or 2. Fascinating. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Next, we're going to talk about melee mechanics that absolutely no one knows about, and how to optimize your gameplay around that. It's going to be a little CQB guide, and we're going to tie it in with Greif loading, melee swapping, our Watson guide, a new Gibby CQB mechanics, a bunch of wombo combos at close range, and most importantly, countering the fast push meta with these methods. And after that, maybe we'll see how the meta shifts before we break it again.